The Information Age. As the old copper wires are transformed into fiber optics and satellites beam information from space, the United States of America enters a new state of communication awareness. The newly formed Internet connected the furthest corners of the world to every computer as cell phones evolve the common American to an efficiency that was impossible in the past. Architecture in this digital age reflects the connections made, replacing the easy correlation between architects and style and the implied vernacular to an amazing melting pot of information and creativity to which the world has never seen. Two fantastic examples of digital age architecture reside in very different climates and serve very different functions. The first building is the Thorn Crown Chapel, and the second is the Arizona Science Center. The Thorn Crown Chapel was designed by E. Fay Jones and was built in 1980. It is located in a very remote area of the Ozark Mountains at 12968 US 62 Eureka Springs, Arkansas. E. Fay Jones took the ideals and function of the Sainte Chapelle Church in Paris as his guide for the Thorn Crown Chapel. The chapel stands at 48 feet tall, using over 6,000 square feet of glass comprised of 425 windows. The dimension of the floor plan is 24 feet by 60 feet, small in size, but utilizes every square inch, described by the Thorn Crown website. Fay himself quoted the chapel to be Ozark Gothic in style, bringing two different styles into one vernacular. The main focus of Jones, other than the building, was the land use itself. He wanted to preserve the untouched habitat that the chapel was going to occupy. So to protect the land and fauna from construction damage, he decided that the building materials could only be as large as two men could carry through the woods, which consisted of pressure-treated pine in small board forms such as 2x4s, 2x6s, and 2x12s. The steel beams were brought in one beam at a time and assembled on site. The entire building was created from local organic components such as local stone for the floors and wall, and local pine for the main structure. The wood beams are held in place by steel bracing. In a case study presented by the University of Michigan, it states, "The steel receives the ends of the 2x6s and acts as a ring that holds the trusses in place. This minimal use of steel provides the strength necessary to support the cross bracing, as well as add some visual interest. The bracelet of steel is in a diamond shape and repeats on each truss." In AZ Science, we learn that the Arizona Science Center was designed by Antoine Predock and was built in 1997. It is located at 600 East Washington Street, Phoenix, Arizona. The Science Center is constructed of reinforced concrete and layered metal and is approximately 140,000 square feet in size. The building itself forces one to complete a journey through the expanse of the Science Center, starting deep in the earth and slowly rising to the sky with beautiful water features that combine the desert view with the structure. Predock takes the Arizona landscape and forms an oasis in the form of the Arizona Science Center, which relates to it and enhances its surroundings. The architect of the Thorn Crown Chapel is E. Fay Jones, who was born in 1921 in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Cheryl Nichols and Helen Berry attest in the Arkansas designs of E. Fay Jones that he became driven to be an architect after seeing a short film on the new Johnson Wax Company building in Racine, Wisconsin, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. Jones was then enrolled at the University of Arkansas in engineering, as there was no architectural program at the time. He enlisted in the Navy during World War II and was a torpedo plane pilot. After the war, he returned to study architecture at the University of Arkansas in the newly formed architecture program by Professor John Williams. He graduated in 1950, and then Jones moved to Houston to accept a fellowship and begin a graduate teaching assistantship in architecture at Rice University. After obtaining his master's degree from Rice, Jones went on to teach at the University of Oklahoma School of Architecture for 2 years, between 1951 and 1953. At the time, The Oklahoma program was headed by Bruce Goff, a controversial architect whom Jones names as one of his influences. Nichols and Berry quote Jones saying that, "I'd never been at a school where there was so much tremendous talent, such dedication to the work. It was the most artistic, exciting work I've seen to this day. It was an exhilarating time." E. Fay Jones had a brief encounter with Frank Lloyd Wright in a hotel hallway while still at college in 1949, but Bruce Goff is how Jones and Wright became friends. The Jones family became a part of Frank Lloyd Wright's life, vacationing together and Jones studying under the architectural great. E. Fay Jones was awarded the AIA Gold Medal in 1990, the greatest honor for an American architect. The Thorn Crown Chapel is an example of the influence Frank Lloyd Wright had upon Jones, as organic ideals used upon the chapel reflect Wright's past designs. The chapel is perfectly suited for its religious patrons, invoking a sense of tranquility through the symbolic connection between nature and the chapel. The architect of the Arizona Science Center is Antoine Predock, who was born in 1936 in Lebanon, Missouri. He studied at the School of Architecture at the University of New Mexico and received his master's from Columbia University. Marcel Osafarin proclaimed that the Predock held the state of New Mexico in high regards, as he states, "New Mexico has formed my experience in an all-pervasive sense. I don't think of New Mexico as a region. I think of it as a force that has entered my system, a force that is composed of many things. Lessons learned in the American Southwest apply anywhere in the world. My regionalism is portable." His Southwest ideals play out beautifully with the creation of the Arizona Science Center. As children from all over the state march into the Science Center, the experience of the knowledge gained from the exhibits is only heightened by the gracious flowing lines of the building. Predock was awarded the AIA Gold Medal in 2006, putting Antoine in elite architect company. Both of these great buildings hold what is dear to the present-day American architect and patron, the ability to build with a conscious of their surroundings, as well as being conscious of environmentally friendly building practices. The Thorn Crown Chapel is exactly what E. Fay Jones envisioned, an extension of the land itself, as if the building was always there. The trusses of the chapel, along with the surrounding trees, cast intricate shadows on the interior, changing with the time of day and seasons of the year. With the building materials brought in by foot, the environmental impact was next to nothing, following the morals and architectural ideals of E. Fay Jones and his mentor Frank Lloyd Wright. Noted by Art Taub in an article called Thorn Crown Chapel, the chapel won the 1981 American Institute of Architecture National Honor Award, and it was listed on the AIA's top 10 buildings of the 20th century. The Arizona Science Center uses the abstract form to accomplish the vision of Antoine Predock. The stark concrete walls accentuate the desert surroundings by not overpowering the natural setting. The water used in reflection ponds cause a patron to feel as if the vision is mirage-like in quality, a dream world where sky meets water, as water meets desert and structure, forming a seamless bond of human and Mother Nature. This bond with nature is what defines Predock, as he states in a report by Marcelo Sofarin. "Critical to the spirit in my work is the enigmatic quality of the desert. You think you've got it, you think you understand. Then you turn over a rock or crawl under a larger rock, and you discover other worlds, other realms within." As we move further into the future, and sea levels rise with global warming, increased deforestation of our planet's old-growth trees and rainforests, and as countless living beings face extinction, our architecture reflects the need for a relationship with nature that encompasses the needs of a changing world. The designs of both E. Fay Jones and Antoine Predock fulfill the requirement of American architecture in the digital age, guiding a new generation of architects as we as a people move forward in an uncertain future.